Hello, hello, and welcome to Lit Long Island Talks with Missalino and Sharmali. Hi, Missalino.
Hello, Sharmali. How are you today?
Very good. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing great, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Sharmali, it was freezing a couple of days ago. Today was warm. I don't even know what to wear anymore.
Me neither. But I can tell you one thing, though. I love your tie.
Thank you. And I'm liking the top. I love that color.
Thank you. Yes. No, going back to the cold weather, oh my God. We went to the Northport tree lighting, and I was freezing.
Yes, and really I was also at the Northport tree lighting, and I also went to the Huntington tree lighting on Sunday, and I was all over the place, even though it was freezing outside, but it was so warm because there were so many people, and just being a part of that holiday extravaganza is so warming.
Yeah, it's really nice. The festivities, all the people with a warm heart, everybody is sharing, and I saw a lot of pets. Kids, everybody playing around. I loved it. It really is a great time. Great time of the year.
Yes. And please don't forget to follow us on social media, Lit Long Island Talks with Sharmali and Missalino.
With Missalino and Sharmali.
Sharmali and Missalino. I think we're still working on that, right?
Yes, we're working on that. We keep working on that, but it's okay.
And you're going to see our posts. You're going to see the tree lighting ceremony for the holidays. You're going to see what Sharmali does with the community, what Missalino does for the community. So it's going to be it's going to be very, very informative. Our social media, right, Sharmali?
Yes, and we love it. We have so much fun together.
Yes.
And what we're going to bring to you guys is all these good fun times and information.
Absolutely, because that's what Lit is all about. So it's Long Island Talks, and we want Long Island to talk.
Absolutely.
And because we focus so much on the community and being involved and just being maybe like an advocate for not only the Latino community but also for communities in general. We want to make sure that we deliver that message to the audience and the people that are watching.
And what better way than doing it like this on a podcast? So you guys can follow us. Don't forget Instagram and Facebook, YouTube. Long Island Talks. Long
Island Talks with, I know she's going to correct me, I know, with Sharmali and Missalino.
Yes. And talking about bringing information to the people, we have a special guest.
Yes. A special guest that I have to admit that when I was doing my research and I was just learning about this special guest, because today we rolled out the red carpet outside for the person that we have here today. All right. I ran out of ink just taking notes. Because she is so involved. She is an advocate. She is such a community leader that she's an example. She's an example to follow.
Yes, absolutely. Me too. When I was doing my research, I said, oh my God, this woman, I thought I did a lot, but oh my God. She's incredible. So we're so happy to introduce you to her right now. But
we're going to go on a quick break before we do, Sharmali. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Dilo duro. Hoy no hay quien te despegue de tu radio. Quédate con nosotros aquí en Latino Mixx.
So welcome back to Long Island Talks with Sharmali and Missalino. We were talking about our guest before we went on break, and I have the honor to present the Associate Dean of St. Joseph's University, Dr. Gail Lamberta. Welcome. How are you today?
Welcome, Gail.
Oh, thank you so much for having me today. I'm doing very well and excited to be here.
Yes, no, thank you. Thank you for being here. And as soon as you walked in, I saw the T-shirt. So you're representing very well today.
I have to. Visibility, right? I mean, you got to wear the garb at times here. So... but it's really a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
This is very exciting.
Thank you. And you know what? When I spoke to you last week, Gail, I was so thrilled. I was thrilled that you said yes. You said yes. I'll be there. I'll meet you at Latino Mixx, and you were looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it. I think the energy is definitely merged.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's fun, and it's great to get the word out, get people information, learn a little bit about what's going on Long Island, and certainly things that, you can get involved with.
Of course.
Yes. Gail, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself or, about also your experience in higher education?
Sure. Well, I graduated from St. Joseph's. When I graduated, it was St. Joseph's College. We're now St. Joseph's University. And, my field of study was therapeutic recreation and leisure studies. And, I at one time worked for the YMCAs. I've run parks before and did a little in working in long-term care. So, I did a mix of things my whole life, but one thing that always resonated with me personally, I've always gravitated to non-for-profits. And I think that was for a reason. And the reason, obviously, was because of the rooted mission of non-for-profits. And St. Joe's, for me, when I was working on my undergrad, was a perfect fit. The institution was founded by the Sisters of St. Joseph. And the mission, in our certainly our alma mater, my alma mater here is all about, we say esse non videre, which means to be, not to seem. So most of us, at the university, and pretty much all of us, really walk that walk. And we're really about serving people. That service is a big part of our mission, and developing communities and helping people to realize their potential, because people have so much potential.
Of course.
And, that's what we want to try to do. So that's part of what I do at the university, and in my role as the Associate Dean for Community Development, I also have the opportunity to work with a lot of community organizations and, introducing programming and, working with all people all over Long Island.
And that was going to be my next question, Dr. Gail. Tell us about, the community involvement and what organizations you belong to. Because like I said before, I ran out of ink. So share with us, please.
Part of my role is I provide oversight for the continuing education program. So part of that is developing what we call high school bridge programs. Gives our youth an opportunity to take courses that are approved at a college level at their own high school, taught by their own teachers, and of course they can transfer those credits when they successfully complete those courses to St. Joe's and other institutions. All right, so that's one of the things. So of course that's part of what I do is working with a lot of the high schools and a lot of the people that represent the high schools. I also do some continuing ed programs with the Suffolk County Department of Labor. So we have some programs that are accredited with them, and we're servicing there a lot of populations as well that have some needs. So I'll do programs for people residing in homeless shelters. We have done programs for adults with autism, and that's on the continuing education, part of what we do. But some of the organizations, which it sort of connects with what I do in continuing education, I'm part of a lot of boards and committees. So Eastern Suffolk BOCES, I'm on their strategic planning committee, but that I can bring and help them with different aspects of accreditation that they go through, as well as some of the opportunities for students that go through the BOCES programs with our institution and other institutions. So it really, it's informative for people, as well as it provides an opportunity. College is not for everybody.
Right.
So what we try to do, or what I try to do, is provide options. And it's interesting because a lot of the students that do pursue the programs through BOCES actually come back and they go to college. So approximately 80% of them actually.
Wow.
So, and they fare very well. They just need a different type of instruction. And that's what we find today. And I'm part of Vision Long Island, and I'm on the board there, which is a wonderful organization. And, we focus on downtown development, but also affordable housing, which is also part of what we need to focus on here on Long Island.
And also, I think, Dr. Gail, I read that you're part of different chambers.
Yes. Yeah,
right?
I served on the board of the Huntington Township Chamber of Commerce for 7 years.
Wow.
I still am very active with them on committees, and it's a wonderful chamber, really proactive. And through them, it's also about making connections. I worked a little bit with the town of Huntington, with their Opportunity Resource Center, and we serviced a lot of people in the community that were disadvantaged. And we created programs with my colleagues at the university. We created programs to give them some education, just some basic computer skills, basic skills in math, so that they were able to go for their GEDs and so on. But the programs there really truly made a major impact on the community. So people felt good, and some of my instructors still actually have contacts with them, and this was several years ago, with a lot of the people, so they still stay connected, and that's the important thing.
So what advice would you give, Dr. Gail? What advice would you give anyone, right, that may want to be maybe want to get involved with the chamber, or maybe be a part of the community? What advice would you give them?
You have to start from the ground level, all right? You're not necessarily going to, have an invite to be a part of a board or part of a bigger picture. But one of my things, or one of the points that I'd like to make is that, start just getting involved. Go to meetings, go to ribbon cuttings, go to anything that you could, Long Island Main Street Alliance, go to some of their functions and learn a little bit about the organizations. What is important, and most organizations have websites now,
Right.
is that their mission connects with your personal values. If there's a connection there, then you want to pursue it. All right. So, and there are all types of organizations out there, and we know that. So, that is a big piece of really learn a little bit about that. And if it's a fit, pursue it. I wasn't on the board of the Chamber or Vision Long Island right away, but, I had an interest and I saw what they were doing, and that aligned with my personal values.
Right.
So that's the step. And then before you know it, you're
part of
rocking
something.
and rolling, and you're in everything.
Exactly. But I think,
Yes.
Dr. Gail, I think you're being a little too humble, okay? Because I know that you're also part of the Patchogue Chamber of Commerce, Melville Chamber of Commerce. You also do the Long Island Region Economic and Development Council, right?
Yes.
You're part of that committee.
Yes.
And of course, Vision Long Island, Discover, you're the part of the board of the Discover Long Island, right?
Yes,
Discover
yes.
Long Island board. So again, what brought Dr. Gail, what motivated you to be part of the chambers?
Well, part of the chambers, I think, for me, was about making those connections, and there are a lot of people that are part of the chambers that can help us to expand and grow, not just as a university, but also I've met a lot of people and provide, we have a lot of internships, really robust internship program at the university. So a lot of the people in making those connections are great for St. Joe's. And it's about visibility. That's part of what I do, is to try to make us visible as well and let people know what we have to offer. But I think the other side of it aligns with our mission because we're servicing people.
Right.
So we can service people through the chambers. We can sponsor a workshop, and I can work on that workshop with a few other people and make it come to fruition. So here we are training people or giving them an opportunity to learn a little bit about whatever it might be, about business or how to start a business. So there are a lot of people that look at entrepreneurism today, and that's of help to them. So it's really to try to provide some educational opportunities and just some guidance. And I think that's the key with these chambers, at least from my end of it, what I do. Same thing, with Melville. We're members of Melville Chamber. And, we have a lot of companies that we work with in the 110 corridor, but also Patchogue. We're located in Patchogue. So for us, it's a great opportunity for our students to be introduced to so many people. And not only that, but we bring a lot of these people to campus, and they present and they speak with our students. So it's not they're just hearing from professors, they're
Right.
hearing from people in the real world.
That's beautiful. And you know what, I was talking to Dr. Gail before, and I have 2 teenagers, and just in a few minutes, I was learning a lot already from her talking. That's incredible. And thank you for being with us. Now, Dr. Gail, what's your vision for the future? I mean, you do a lot of things, but what's your vision for, let's say, for the college, for the university?
Well, the vision that I see at this point is for us to keep growing and expanding and reaching out. We are the second largest population on our campus right now is the Hispanic population, and we've been recognized for being a proactive school and a school that will advocate and support the Hispanic population as well as everybody. But I just wanted to kind of note, since it's the second largest on our campuses, so we're poised to offer so many programs. We have 2 campuses. We actually have 3. We have an online campus, but the face-to-face programs run in Brooklyn and on Long Island. And I've taught on both campuses. So, I chair the department on both campuses and so on. But I think it's clear the Brooklyn campus is more diverse than the Patchogue campus. It always was, but that's changing. That's changed, tremendously. So we're starting to see a lot of the diversity there. And my vision is if we could all learn about each other, that's going to tamper a lot of the anxiety, the fear of not understanding someone from a different culture or background,
Of course.
Right.
and make a more tolerant society. So my vision is that's where I'd like to see us be.
Very nice. Well, Doctor, I do have to say that you are a walking encyclopedia.
She is. Absolutely.
So why don't we take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Dr. Gail. Yes,
We'll be back.
right back.
Dilo duro, dilo duro. Hoy no hay quien te despegue de tu radio. Quédate con nosotros aquí en Latino Mixx.
And welcome back to Long Island Talks with Sharmeli and Misolino and our special guest, Dr. Gail Lamberta. Well, welcome back. And again, she's a walking encyclopedia, Sharmeli.
She is. I'm so pleased. My ears are so pleased to hear everything that she's saying. You're amazing, Dr.
Yes,
Gail.
and thank you for being here today. Now, Doctor, can you share with us what is it that Dr. Lamberta likes to do on her free time?
Well, there's not a lot of that right now, but what do I like to do on my free time? I do a little of everything. I go to the Y. I'm there at 5 a.m, so you want to come and join me anytime.
Sure. Why not?
Before work.
Why not?
And I usually go to the Y at least 5, sometimes 6 days a week. So that's one of my things that I just for me time. And I like to read. Like to be with friends and family. So, going out. I know you were, Charlene, you were in Northport, and me, Selena, you were in Huntington. Well, great places, a lot of things to do, restaurants and so on. So I do spend time with friends and family, just going out and going to the Paramount.
Going to the Paramount.
Concerts are great there. And actually the Angman Theater, I don't know if you've been there, but terrific shows there. So there are a lot of things in that respect. I used to play golf.
Oh,
very nice.
Yes, but you have to have some time to do that.
Sure.
So when I retire, I'll start going to play golf again. But yeah, those are pretty much, I love going to the beach, like the water, any sort of water sports.
So I think she likes everything we like, and we're probably going to get together one of these days and just join you.
The golf
Sounds
part.
like a plan.
I tried golf. Forget it.
No?
No, but I had over 10,000 views because I couldn't hit the ball. I swear to God, I was like,
It's
what?
hard.
I suppose it's really hard.
That little white ball is hard to find, right?
And the stick is so heavy. So I didn't know it was the first time.
Yeah.
So I did, and I went like, nothing. No, horrible.
I
But
think
we need some lessons.
You're going to teach us.
Well, I don't know about that. I think we'll all learn together. How about
We'll
that?
learn together,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what about when it comes to food? Do you like Latin dishes?
Sure.
Or what's your favorite one?
Okay, that's a tough question. But I guess, well, it depends. Depends upon the restaurant. So
Okay.
empanadas. Do you ever have
Oh,
Nelly's
empanadas?
empanadas? She's
I
from
heard-
Venezuela.
I heard the Nelly's
my
empanadas.
God.
They're famous.
They are famous and
they're
are
delicious, yeah.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So empanadas, arepas. Of course, my tacos. Can't-
Oh.
Of course.
gotta
Have
do
you been
that.
at any Peruvian restaurants at all?
La Candela.
La Candela. Okay.
I went there a while ago.
Okay.
So I've been there. Been to. Well,
Okay,
Assoiciate,
so
whatever.
you're going to take us golfing, and we'll take you to a Peruvian
Yeah, take
restaurant.
me
Yes.
to a
Okay, so I think
Peruvian
that's a
restaurant.
deal.
That's
Yeah.
a deal.
Okay,
Yes.
that sounds good.
Yes.
Those deals happen here late.
Yes, it happens here. Yeah, so we
Yes.
solidified the deal here.
Yes.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
Yes, please.
Give me that second pen you have. There you go.
Write it down. Write it down. Write it down.
So
In my memory.
So now, what about dances? Do you dance? Do you?
I do. Not as much anymore. We just don't. The places that I go, there's not a lot of dancing.
Okay.
Right.
One of my places that I do enjoy going to with friends that are members of this is the Founders Room.
Oh, the Founders
Karen,
Room.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But there's so many places. In Huntington now, it's you go someplace different every night.
Yeah.
So it's and even Northport and just the surrounding area. When you think about Patchogue, the same thing.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
Ton of places to go in Patchogue.
Pacho, the main street is loaded. It changed so much. It's really nice.
Yeah. So it's
It really
so much
is.
To do. And there's so much to do on Long Island.
Yeah.
People
There's
don't
a lot.
realize it. It's interesting because one of my projects that I give the students in one of my administration classes is a community assessment. And they have to follow an outline, but they have to dig into the history of their community, but also the things that are offered. And every time they do it as a group project, they'll come out and say, "I didn't know that this
Right.
was there. I didn't know that in my community they had these events or these types of opportunities and activities and so on." So it's always, I don't know, especially since COVID, it's gotten a little bit worse where people don't get out, and especially the young kids. They have to get back out there and start socializing again.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree because on the weekend I have to confess that I do have the physical newspaper. I also have the newspaper on my phone, but I personally don't like it. I prefer the physical newspaper. And I was just looking and I was taking notes and I was highlighting all the Christmas lighting ceremonies that were happening on the island, right? And then if I saw the Patchogue one or if I saw the Northport or the Huntington one, there I am calling people that that live in the area and be like, hey, listen, you better go, right? Because I went, so if I can go, they can go too.
Right.
Exactly. Well, and also the Big Duck. Don't forget about that one in Flanders.
Tell us a little bit about that because I never heard about
Yeah,
it.
I never heard about that.
There's a building that's a shape of a duck, a giant duck.
Oh,
Look it up. It's
wow.
in Flanders. I think it had been moved a couple of times, but that's where it is. And you can actually, it's like a gift shop. It's, because remember, Long Island, with the agriculture aspect, was all about ducks at one time, There were a lot of duck farms and so on. So it's great. And they do a lighting, they set it up for the holidays. So it's like a Christmas lighting that they do, just like they do with the tree lighting. This is the duck lighting. So it's really kind of cool.
Interesting.
So you have to take a ride out. You see, Long Island.
Long Island
Here we
talks.
go.
Long Island
right?
talks.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's another one. Write it.
Yes,
it
I have
down.
it right here.
Go look for the duck.
Yes, look for the duck. Well, thank you, Dr. Gail. And no, I really do appreciate you being here today. We've learned so much. Every time I talk to you, I learn something new. Whether it's a social event, whether it's in a one-on-one or whatever the case may be, you are such an inspiration. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And you know what? I'd like to thank both of you because this is great. You're really making a difference in our communities and you're really letting people be aware of all the opportunities. And that's what's important.
So do you have any social media? If somebody wants to reach out to you, can you give us a number to St. Joseph's University? If somebody wants to call you, maybe get involved.
Sure. So the website is obviously sjny.edu. So that's our main website. My email is glamberta@sjny.edu. But the main website, I would really suggest people take a look at it. There is so much so much on there that, opportunities for everybody.
Of course.
And it's very, it's easy to navigate. Programs, we have over 50 clubs, student clubs. We have a whole multicultural office and do so many events that raise awareness. So, it's important. And I think that students, if any prospective students or even adults, take a look at it.
Yeah.
And maybe even something that you want to get involved with.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
thank you so much, Dr. Gail, for being
thank
here.
you.
Yes, thank
we
you for
have to
being
have
here.
you back.
Yes, absolutely.
We have to have you back.
I'd be happy to.
The moral of the story is get involved.
Get involved.
Be out there in the
Exactly.
community and just do what you like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Find your niche.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's it.
absolutely.
Exactly. Or do what I do. You open up the newspaper and look for activities to do.
I wasn't going to say it, but I do the same. I have it on my phone, and I have the hard copy. So.
Yes. Well, thank you so much one more time.
Thank you.
And
Thank
thank you,
you.
Shermalee.
Thank you, Miss Alina.
Don't forget to join us on social media, Lit Long Island Talks with Shermalee and Misolino on Instagram and Facebook.
And Facebook.
And
And
also,
YouTube.
and YouTube, of course. Yeah. So we'll see
Yes.
you next time.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.